Are you looking for the best tips for Universal Epic Universe to help you make the most of your first trip? Well, look no further. Today, I have the ultimate guide on everything you need to do to make sure that your day runs smoothly and that you have the most epic day. And you know how I like to do it? So let's just jump right in. Tip number 1 is to buy your tickets in advance. This is the smartest move you're going to make, is to definitely get your tickets ahead of time. That way you can dodge the lines when you get there, or you can avoid the disappointment of going there on a sold out day. Just be sure to get your tickets from official websites such as Universal's official website or a reputable source such as Groupon, which I will leave the links in the description below. Tip number 2 is to pick the best days to go. You know that this year is going to be crazy, but on the years to come, you can expect the best times to be mid-January, early February, the beginning of April, early May, late August, mid-September, and early November. Tip number 3 is to start as early as you can. This is the most important tip, and if you are going to be a hotel guest at one of the Universal Orlando hotels, you will have a head start at least an hour before the rest of the crowd arrives. However, if you're not a hotel guest, I recommend that you get to the parking lot at least 30 minutes before the park opens. And I say at least because you have to take into account the walking that path all the way to the gate, going through security, and then getting your ticket scanned or your face scanned. And here's a hipster power tip. Don't forget to snap a photo of where you parked, as the parking lot is one level outdoors and you can easily forget where you've parked after a long day in Epic. Tip number 4 is to get the Universal Express Pass. Now, getting the Epic Universe Express Pass can save you a lot of time if you have the money for it. And I understand with prices starting about $130 to $150 on the low end can be quite expensive, especially with Epic most likely going to cost you a couple of $100s for most of the year this year just because of how busy it will be. However, if thrill rides aren't really your thing and you'd rather take things at a leisurely pace, then you can just skip on getting the Express Pass. Also, if you do things such as arriving early or booking a hotel to get an early head start, that can help you not have to use the Express Pass. And then the other tips that I will go over later will also give you some more guidance on ways to avoid the lines. Now, here are the current rides that Express Pass is available for at Epic Universe. You have Constellation Carousel, Curse of the Werewolf, Fire Drill, Hiccups Wing Gliders, Les Cirque Arcanu, Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, Monsters Unchained, Stardust Racers, The Untrainable Dragon, and Yoshi's Adventure. Just know that this list can change at any time, and these are the current attractions for this moment. Tip number 5 is to know what to pack. This is so important when you're going there, and especially if you're trying to be able to maneuver in and out of all of the rides easily, without frustration from the heat, frustration from carrying too many bags. Now, some of the things that I must have are comfortable shoes, because you will be doing a lot of walking, a lot of going up and down stairs. On my visit, I got over 15,000 steps, and I was only there for about 5 to 6 hours, and I got 15,000 steps. So bring your most comfortable shoes with you. Another thing I like to have is a small bag, breathable clothing that can help keep you cool in the Florida heat, sun protection, and in the wintertime, bring your wizard robe and your wand, hand sanitizer, a phone charger, a portable fan. There are some small ones that I found on Amazon that you can store in your small bag. And of course, get your own Theme Park Hipster shirt so you can represent for all the hipsters out there. Now, here's where I want to emphasize the tip of packing light. If you can, try not to bring a bag bigger than just like a fanny pack, a 3-pronged fanny pack, as this will allow you to get on all of the rides without having to use the locker system. But speaking of locker systems, if you have a larger family and that requires you to bring a bigger bag, then you'll be happy to know that there are lockers at certain attractions that are free for basically the length of your wait time on the attraction. This is a new technology where all you have to do is press your finger on the screen to scan, along with getting a photo ID, and you will be able to get your locker and retrieve your stuff without having to put your ticket or your annual pass on the screen. It's pretty efficient and pretty fast. Tip number 6 is to use the single rider line. There are times when going to these theme parks are amazing to go with your crew, but if you are a solo traveler like myself, then you know that single rider line is perfect for all of us theme park enthusiasts who like to go alone. Basically, a Universal team member will grab a person from the line to fill in an empty seat. That way the ride vehicle can be full and there's no empty spaces. And I have seen that some of the single rider lines have worked more efficiently than the express pass. So if you cannot get an express pass, do not feel bad. These are the current single rider lines at this moment: Stardust Racers, Harry Potter in the Battle of the Ministry, Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, the Mine Kart Madness. That's not really a good option for the single rider line. It takes a long time. Pickups, Wing Gliders, Monsters Unchained, and Curse of the Werewolf. Just know that these options can change at any time. Tip number 7 is to avoid the lunch rush. If you're planning to grab a bite in the park, whether it's one meal or all three, try eating during the off-peak times. It can really save you some time and hassle. And when you're eating during those weird hours, you'll also dodge those long lines for food. And during the lunchtime while everyone's eating, the ride wait times will be much lower for you. Tip number 8 is to book the VIP experience. If you are looking to make the most of your time and you have the money for it, you should definitely just splurge on a VIP experience. You'll have a personal tour guide who will show you around the park, including some cool spots that regular visitors can't access. Plus, they'll get you right to the front of the line on all the attractions, and you'll have the best seat at the shows. Seriously, it's one of the absolute best things to do at Epic Universe. Tip number 9 is to take a quick break to get more done. Now, if you're looking to tackle a theme park in just one day, or you want to squeeze every bit of fun out of your visit, getting there before the gate opens and sticking around until they close is a smart move. But it might be worth it to take a breather in the middle of the day, especially if you have multiple days at Epic. If your hotel is close by, why not head back for a quick nap or just a little downtime, especially during the hot hours of Florida's unforgiving summers. This way you can escape the busiest crowds and recharge, which means you'll be ready to make the most of your evening in the parks, which is so majestic at nighttime. Tip number 10 is to get the app and to use the app. Universal Orlando has an awesome app that you can download right now at home. It works all over the parks, especially since there is free Wi-Fi offered within the resort property. This app is super handy as you can plan your own itinerary. You can keep an eye out on the wait times. You can check out the park map. You can get your food ordered through it using a mobile ordering system and a whole lot more. And before you get to the park, I recommend just playing around with the app so that you can get familiar with its features. That way you're not stressed out in the park trying to figure out how this works. And while you're there, add your credit card to your wallet on the app, so when you're in the park and you're using mobile ordering at the restaurants that require you to use them while you're sitting down at a table, you can have everything together and the process can go easy for you. Also, when you're looking at the app, you'll be able to get an idea of what the wait times are throughout the day. Also, when you're playing around with the app at home, look at it once every day or a few times every day just to get an idea of what the wait times usually are at different times of the day, so you can also make your itinerary based on the trends that you have noticed so far. Tip number 11 is to use the child swap program. If you're bringing kids along, don't forget to use this program. So how does it work? Basically, one parent or adult can hang out with the child who's too short or can't ride for any reason while the other adult enjoys the ride. Then you can swap out without having to wait in line all over again. And if you have friends who are too scared or intimidated by some of the attractions, they can walk with you through the queue as well, and then they can wait in the family area on some of the attractions while you go experience the ride, and then you guys can meet afterwards. Tip number 12 is to visit each world in Epic Universe. As you enter each portal at this amazing theme park, you will be blown away like I was. Let's start with Celestial Park. This acts as the heart of Epic Universe. It features beautiful green gardens and a stunning fountain that lights up at night. It's so amazing. Here you'll get to experience that crazy, thrilling, dueling roller coaster called the Stardust Racers that reaches speeds up to 62 miles per hour. The next area you want to check out is How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. As you walk through the portal of this land, you will be blown away by just how incredible the large scale that this area of the park has. As I looked across the view, I saw a village filled with tough Vikings, playful dragons, a thrilling roller coaster, which was one of my favorite things to do there, and one of the best theme park live shows in the world. The next area you want to check out is the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic. And here you'll step into the enchanting world as you explore the vibrant settings inspired by the magic of Paris in the 1920s and bustling London in the 1990s. When I walked in this world, a tear officially left my eye. I had no words. I could not believe the little details, the amazing architecture, all of the magic that I felt as I walked through this Potter-inspired land. While you're there, you definitely have to go over to visit the battle at the Ministry. Even if you don't want to ride it, just do the walkthrough of the queue. It is definitely a Potter fan must do. Even if you're not a fan, you will be taken aback by just how vast, how amazing this ride queue is. I had no words and I cannot wait to go back through it again. Now we're heading over to Dark Universe. And if you're a fan of the Universal Classic Monsters or Halloween Horror Nights, then you're gonna fall in love with Dark Universe. In this eerie place, you'll explore the mysterious village of Darkmoor, where iconic Universal monster legends like Dracula, Frankenstein's monster roam freely. Plus, there are some thrilling attractions like the Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment ride, and the Curse of the Werewolf roller coaster, which I had so much fun on. Now we're heading over to Super Nintendo World, and in this exciting adventure, you'll dive right into the Mushroom Kingdom and Donkey Kong Country. Here you'll get to collect your digital coins as you shell and toss them throughout the Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge ride. This is a very colorful area, which makes it great for Instagram photos. But while you're there, you definitely have to go over and head on to Donkey Kong Country and check out that roller coaster. It was so much fun. I was laughing so hard like I was a little child, and it just brought so many fun memories back. Now, tip number 3 is to save your shopping towards the middle of the day. If you're planning to pick up some of your favorite souvenirs to take home to commemorate your visit, then I recommend doing your shopping towards the mid to late afternoon portion of the day. I don't recommend at the end of the day just because that's when everybody wants to do it, but I don't recommend it at the beginning of the day because who wants to carry all of that stuff around? I recommend doing it at the middle, like I said, because you can have done all of your rides once, all of your favorite rides, get them done quickly, and then you can enjoy yourself just shopping. And if you have to use the locker system at some of your favorite attractions, it's okay because you've already done it before. Tip number 14 is to create your own foodie tour. Now, this is one of my favorite tips right here because Epic Universe has some amazing food, and with so many options, why not grab one of everything on the menu? It's a fun way for you and your group to share this experience at the park. And sure, the blood orange chicken sandwich from Dark Universe looks tempting, but if you finish that whole thing, you'll miss out on tasting all of the other mouth-watering dishes. Just think of this as your own foodie tour throughout the park. Here's a hipster power tip. For the sit-down restaurants such as the Atlantic or the Blue Dragon Pan-Asian restaurant, I highly suggest that you make your reservations in advance as it can be hard to get a walk-up or walk-in seat. Tip number 5 is to get photos, not signatures. You'll notice a lot more characters walking around in the various world of Epic Universe. They blend in to the area and the theming, which is so cool, and they're quite interactive. Plus, I think that photos are better souvenirs than signatures. Just don't forget to print them out from your phone when you get back home. Tip number 16 is to know how to conquer Epic Universe in one day. And I know this is going to be quite a challenge because when I walked in, and I'm a theme park goer, I love theme parks, but when I walked into Epic Universe, I was so excited. I was anxious. I was nervous. I was overwhelmed. I just wanted to see and do everything because I didn't know when I would have this opportunity again. So I just had that going for me. But now that I've done it, I've created an itinerary for you to work with. Of course, you can adjust it based on your preference. The first thing you will do is arrive early, like we always teach you. Then you're going to head over to Dark Universe and enjoy the rides there. Then you're going to head over to explore the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. After that, you're going to conquer the rides and games in Super Nintendo World. And then after that, you're going to do all of the attractions in Celestial Park. Once you're done with Celestial Park, you're going to head over to How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. After you're done with that, you will have lunch at the Mead Hall. This is also in the Berk section. Once you're done with lunch, you will watch the shows, then you're going to meet the characters, and this is your time to redo your favorite rides. You can now do some shopping. You can have dinner at the Atlantic or the Blue Dragon Pan Asian restaurant. Then you can end your day watching the amazing fountain show at night with the beautiful resort Helios in the background. Tip number 17 is to do the must-do rides. After my visit to Epic Universe, I have to say that this is the most incredible theme park that I have ever been to. The rides and attractions are top-notch, and they will give you an experience like no other destination on the planet. These are my favorite things to do that you can't miss. First off, you have to do Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry. You must do the Minecart Madness ride. Then there's the Hiccups Wing Gliders, Monsters Unchained, Stardust Racers, Curse of the Werewolf, dinner at the Atlantic, drinks at the Burning Blade Tavern. You want to definitely meet all of the characters in the Dark Universe. You must watch the Untrainable Dragon and the Le Cirque Arcanu shows. You have to get a mac and cheese cone from Hooligans Grog and Gruel, and you have to enjoy Epic Universe at night. Tip number 18 is to go solo. Have you ever thought about going to a theme park by yourself? If not, Universal Epic Universe is definitely a spot you should think about for that solo adventure. Why go on your own? When you go solo, you get to experience Universal exactly how you want, and that's the biggest perk of going to Epic by yourself. And don't forget that you have these single rider lines to help your day go much smoother. I've been doing this for over 10 years, and traveling to the theme parks alone is one of the best decisions I've ever made, and I know that you will enjoy this form of travel as well. Tip number 19 is to have fun. Your trip to Universal Epic Universe is all about how you approach it, so make sure to have some fun. You know the unexpected hiccups can turn into the best stories later on. And with all these tips and tricks at your fingertips, you are now ready to tackle your first visit at Epic Universe. And until next time, happy park hopping hipsters.